coming to you live from the suspension bridge here in Ithaca, New York at Cornell University, where we're here to celebrate the class of 1991 25th reunion. I can't tell you how great it is to be out here in and amongst the wilderness. Ithaca, for those of you who've never been, is absolutely gorgeous, and the rivers and things that you see behind me and over here are actually called gorges, G-O-R-G-E-S. So the pun is that Ithaca is gorgeous, and it's great to be here. Nonetheless, the point of this episode is really that 25 years flies by, and in those 25 years, I'm taking a moment to reflect on sort of the breakthroughs that we've seen in those 25 years. So when I went to Cornell University, there were really no cell phones. It was the very beginning stages of the internet, but people didn't really use it or know what it was going to be used for. It didn't consume our life. People still used regular telephones. Cars were sort of manual stick shift or automatic with automatic windows and stuff like that, but they're nowhere near the computers that they are now. Witness Tesla. And so the point is in one generation, in one 25-year window, all of the things that we knew and took as reality have transformed massively, and the world has changed so much in those 25 years. You know, cell phones are now smartphones, which are mini computers that can power my entire business or any business at that point. People are no longer using the telephone to communicate. We communicate via text and WhatsApp and AOL Messenger, Snapchat, which is a microburst, 10 seconds, and it's on your time, right? Like no longer are you interrupted and needing to respond when somebody determines it's time to call you. You can answer the text or the chat or the snap when you elect to or not at all. Similarly, in the automotive space, we've talked a lot about Uber and the disruption in that's created. But think about the advancements in automobiles altogether, with like self-driving cars being tested and millions of miles being driven, and electric cars and the range and the speed and the quality of those electric cars. So things are just unbelievable. You know, the drones now delivering with Amazon. And things that used to take a long time, convenient like mail order, are now like on demand, right? The world has moved to everything on demand and like instantly. Amazon same day in New York City. Google Express delivers Costco to me same day in New York City. Uber Eats, seamless deliver food in half an hour. So the world has really, really moved to a place of massive convenience and speed and on demand, what you want, when you want, in real time, and no disruption. So if it's not convenient for you, you just don't deal with it at the point in time when whoever sends it to you does. And so I sit here and I think about what the next 25 years are going to look like, right? What's my 50th reunion at Cornell going to look like? What am I going to look like? What am I going to feel like? I hope I'm in good health. I hope I'm still filming Simply Brilliant, and I hope all of you are in great health. But specifically, what are the innovations? What technology? I'm sure that Facebook Messenger and Snapchat and Facebook and Instagram and all those things will be eclipsed, right? The shelf life of these apps today is very, very short. Look at Twitter. Twitter was the darling, and now it's been completely taken over by Snapchat. Snapchat is the second most time device, right behind Facebook and ahead of Instagram and WhatsApp. And it was a relatively newcomer. So 25 years in terms of innovation and technology and business opportunities is like maybe 100 years ago. So I sit here and I ponder and I reflect and I say, it's fabulous to be back here. I'm so excited, and we've seen so much in the world in the last 25 years. But the next 25 years, I think, are going to be even faster and even bigger and even more, and we can't even fathom the stuff that we see. Some things that I think are going to be prevalent would be artificial intelligence. We see a ton of time and energy being spent on it. I know real businesses that are making real business decisions in real time based on artificial intelligence. So that, I think, is going to be an important role in the future. Virtual reality, we see that with Oculus and other companies. I think a blend of like virtual reality and real reality, and where you can sort of juxtapose reality onto whatever virtual. But these are just things that we can imagine. I think the real opportunities and the real breakthroughs are going to come in technology and concepts that nobody alive today is even thinking about. Or maybe they're alive and they're starting to work on it, but they aren't thinking big enough, it's not broad enough. So anyway, I think it's a moment to reflect on history, and a moment for me to think about the future, and hope that we're positioning ourselves and our company and our brains and our effort towards the future and taking advantage of it.